Hey everybody, I guess this would be part 5 of the restoration video. So I'll kind of go over what I kind of had to do to straighten this thing out. If you watched the last video, I kind of showed you how crooked and wonky this whole frame was. So I ended up putting these bars here. I don't think they take away from the prop all that much. I think it looks pretty cool. It's not original, but, you know, I think it adds some depth to the chamber, to be honest with you. I didn't put it in the front because obviously it would kind of block your view, and it wouldn't really make sense considering, like, if you're thinking about, okay, putting this guy in the gas chamber, would he have to crawl through the top, or would he just walk right in through the front door? So I didn't want to put a bar there. It didn't really seem too realistic. But now that all these other panels are straightened out, I'll be able to cut the plexiglass a lot easier to slide in there. I didn't match the same level as these ones with this back bar here because I took into consideration that I'd probably be mounting the control board here and the door swings open. So I mounted this one a little higher. And I test fitted some of the clothes, and the pants I got were too small, and I was kind of concerned about things ripping, when it's all moving. So I ended up putting this steel bracket here to kind of keep, clothing from catching on that, and to also add like a good hip loop for the, the pants to sit on. So you can see I got this hooked up to air. So it works pretty good. And that'll keep, I also went around a lot of the edges too, rounded them off, as you can see back there. Yeah, just to keep everything smooth here, nothing from ripping. I may add like a piece of mesh that goes from up here down to this ring here, just to keep the straight jacket from catching on anything. I could always add another bar, but I think that's kind of redundant at this point. So we'll see. His shoes are off. As you can see, I was trying to get the pants on and off. The pants I ordered were way too small. So I kind of was wearing like skinny jeans. And unfortunately I can't return them now. They're all dirty. So yeah, that's been what I've been working on. I added all these tabs here, rounded those off as well. That's so that when I cut the plexiglass, it'll all just slide right on there. And it, so it doesn't push back in. I may even bolt it on some of these tabs as well. But we'll see. And I didn't do the back yet. I still plan on adding that door here. So, yeah, that's pretty much the update. Apologize I didn't record too much of me working. But, yeah, I will be back with part 6, which is hopefully me putting the door on, starting to get like the electronics ran. I have the beacon lights over here somewhere, right here. Got those all wired up, ready to plug in. So I may have to build something to hold those as well in the top corners of the chamber. Probably just weld a piece of 3/4 inch tube steel just to make like a mounting bracket for it. Hey guys, so next part for Death Chamber's electronics part is getting the controller mounted on the back. I think that's temporary, that board down there, just for the solenoid valves. Ideally I'd like to have 2 weather boxes. This one's gonna house the controller, all the electronics, excuse me, and the one down there would hold just obviously the solenoids rather than having them mounted on the board. But as you can see so far, I mounted the weather box for the controller. It's bolted to the back of this guy. I had to make sure when I was building this frame here for the chamber that I gave enough clearance for that box with this back bar here, so there's plenty of room to access, lock it up. So yeah, I'm just gonna be putting the electronics in. I think today I'm gonna be putting in the new LED beacon lights, so I have to weld mounts for those as well, and then run the wires all the way down to the controller. So I'm hoping to have this thing kind of softly running today, so we'll see. All right, here are the electronics. I've showed these before, but you know, as you can see, I've had the wires coming out. Everything's gonna have wire harnesses, like barrel connectors. You know, that way if I, you know, have to work on the board or the solenoids or take anything out, it makes it a lot easier. It's just, you know, 4 bolts or four screws here, you know, to take this whole thing out, and I can just unplug everything and remove the board. So yeah, this is how it's looking. Everything's labeled down here. Still got to hook up the solenoid valves, but yeah, we have our Flex 2 controller here. Some relays for other like 110 devices, such as the fans, the fog machine, which isn't really, this isn't really outputting 110 from the solenoid. That's just kind of touching the 2 wires together to trigger the manual mode for this remote. So yeah, it's all coming together. I'll keep you guys updated as I move along. So here's the little rig that I made up for the beacon lights here. So those are just gonna mount up there somewhere. Made 2 of these guys here. So I'm gonna go weld those up there. I got a good amount hooked up. Still working on getting the fog machine hooked up. Ran into a little trouble with that, but also this is not final. I still have to organize this a little bit better. I had to up the power supply to a 5 amp because there was just so much stuff getting drawn here. The 2 amp wasn't gonna cut it, so all the air lines hooked up and ran. Obviously I'm gonna have to tweak some stuff. It's a mess, and you know, I'm gonna organize the wires a little bit better because I'm very anal about stuff like that. But you know, not to a crazy extent. There's definitely people that are a little neater than me, but you know, I'm gonna do my best to get everything looking pretty nice. So yeah, I got a little bit of progress done. Those are now up. I think I already showed that. Those are welded on. I attached these strobe lights here that are going to shine onto his face once he stands up. Those are just mounted to the metal there. I had to pre-drill and put metal screws through those. It's kind of like the only option I kind of had. Obviously there's other options, but that seemed like the best one. So I got a I believe it's called like a flue cap or something like that. It's for like a rooftop, because he was missing the vent for his gas. As you can see, a bunch of fog's lingering around because I was testing it. But this is what it's going to look like when it comes out. So it should be cool. This is actually quick dissipating fog, but I guess due to lack of airflow, it's lingering. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, so that'll fill up. It doesn't take much to fill up the chamber, I would assume. And then at the end, those fans will blow all the fog out through the vent. Through the top. So yeah, I'm excited. That was cool. I've been waiting to get that piece for a while. I was kind of on the fence. I was looking around at cheaper options because those things are pretty expensive at the hardware stores, but you know, I needed it, so I'm probably gonna paint match it unless, I don't know. It kind of looks cool, silver. So we'll see. All right, so it took me forever, but most of everything is wired up. I don't have the fans wired up yet. Excuse the mess. But yeah, I have everything coming out temporarily color-coded with barrel connectors. But I ran all the wires to all the lights, hooked up the fog machine. Again, I got to tidy it up still, but this is just kind of like a raw demonstration of how he's doing so far. Alright, so that's him. Most of everything working, like I said. I still got to get the clothes on. But I added some stuff that, you know, wasn't necessarily original. I have, like, the uplighting here. I got dual strobe lights on either side. So, you know, it's a little bit more fancier, I guess. A little bit of an upgrade. So, aside from putting the clothes on and finishing the chamber, I think that would pretty much be it for it. So, yeah, we're in the process of, you know, I still have to program the ambient with the ambient sound and stuff like that. So, you know, this is just a quick little demonstration, but I figured that'd be exciting to some people to see it kind of run. So, I will admit it might be a little while before I get this chamber all complete, but as soon as I do, I'll post a proper video of it. So yeah, that's Death Chamber so far. So thank you guys for watching.